Hey, hello. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Tobias and you landed on a channel where I talk about music. And that's hopefully why you clicked on this video. And also welcome to this first in a series of videos that I'm going to do. And before you say anything, yes, I've done this before with, for example, my retrospective of 1984 that I did last year. And I also promised other things. Does anyone remember Small Talk Sunday? Small Talk. Well, I didn't expect so. It was one video that I published and it got very few views. But anyhow, the whole point of that one was for me to put out a video fortnightly on a Sunday, just to round off the weekend where I can just sit down and talk to you about my latest records that I got or whatever, really. It was just like an anchor point here on my channel that I was trying to create. But yeah, I abandoned that one and I'm so sorry if you expected more. But hey, here I am on a Friday nonetheless, because I got thinking, Sunday, it's okay. It's an okay day, really. But my favorite day of the week is really the Friday. So I was like, yeah, let's pick that up again, but let's do it on a Friday instead. Because the Friday to me always been that day that kicks off the weekend, so to speak, leads me into the weekend and all the fun that weekend could be. Yeah, so yeah, I'm just replacing Small Talk Sunday or Sunday Small Talk with Friday Crescendo or Crescendo Friday, because it is the high point for me, at least in my opinion. Friday, that is the crescendo of the week. So this is just, like I said, an anchor point in on my channel, something that is reoccurring. So hopefully that's what it's going to happen. Every Friday I'm gonna be here. And for that we also created an intro of sorts. So Danny from the Kids from Fame, take it away.
Friday night's gonna be alright, it's gonna be right, it's gonna be alright now, baby. Friday night.
What a great feeling, right? Danny led us right into the Friday night and all the excitement it brings, and all the excitement awaits us for the weekend. Yeah, that's what it's all about. What I wanted to talk about today, because the topic's gonna be whatever really each Friday, I want to talk about the music of 2025. I already touched upon this in earlier episodes. I think in the beginning of the year I said 2025 seems to be a really good year for music, and that was in connection to Kim Wilde's new album Closer. And I said, if that's the only decent album that we're gonna get pop-wise this year, she will be the savior of pop music. But along the way, she got more and more allies, really, in the savior of music, or actually pop music of the year. So we also have Suzanne Vega's new album, Flying with Angels, of course. Great album. And here we have Marina. It's only Marina now. It used to be Marina and the Diamonds. But for a couple of albums, she's only been known as Marina. And this album came out, I think, a month ago now, and it really took me by storm. I listened to the other albums that she released before this one, and I thought they were great, but this one blew me away. This is perfect pop, and it is by far my favorite album so far being released this year in 2025. I haven't done a review on that one, but I'm sure I'm going to talk more about that as we go through this year, for sure. And down here we have Banks with Off With Her Head, which is another excellent album. And here we have, of course, Lady Gaga and Mayhem, a great one. And we shouldn't forget either, over here we have Project K featuring Magenta Soulstar.
We're doing what can be done. Mind over matter.
Together they do an excellent cover of Mind Over Matter. Just an excellent track, and I made a review on this one as well. So if you haven't seen it, go and watch it straight after this video. An absolute banger of a song for sure. So it deserves a place up here with the rest and the best. And speaking of Energize Records, which is a UK independent label, I just got a package in my mail the other day, and I got these 3 singles from Energize Records. I ordered these. These are new releases from Energize Records. Haven't had time to listen to all of them yet, but I will do that over the weekend, and who knows, during next week I will do a review of all of them. Who knows? But this is Tracy Shields and featuring Project K. Yeah, once again, Project K. Then You Look at Me is the title of this one. And if that sounds familiar, it might be, because it's from a film, I think from back in the 90s, called Bisexual Man with Robin Williams. And if I'm not totally out sailing here, it was Celine Dion who sung that one for the film. So the theme for that one, they did a cover of this one, and I'm really looking forward to listen to these mixes. There's quite a lot of mixes on this one. So that's Tracy Shields featuring Project K. And then we have this one. This is Devera. Not really familiar with Devera before, but this was intriguing. You Give Love a Bad Name and We Will Rock You. 2 classics, right? Done by Devera and in Project K mixes. I just had to get this one. Not a huge fan, perhaps, of the originals. They're okay, but I'm really curious of what they have done with these 2 classic songs. And then, last but not least, Jeff Vincent and the single called I'm Gonna Get Over This Broken Heart. Not very familiar with Jeff's work before this one, if any. So yeah, also another one I'm really looking forward to. So 3 great singles from Energize Records that I'm really looking forward to listening to, and perhaps a review is coming. Who knows? And last week, another excellent album was released, and that is the 4th album from Lorde. This is Virgin. And I heard a couple of singles leading up to this album because I was really excited that a new album was going to release by Lorde. But I was like, I don't know, they didn't really gel that well with me. But then I listened to the whole album on streaming when it was released, and it all made sense again. They all fit together like a puzzle piece, and they do lean on each other, so to speak. It's a whole production. You can't really separate the tracks. Of course you can, but if you know what I mean, you need to hear the whole album and get the whole story, the whole feeling of this. Because let me tell you, if the lyrics are anything to go by, and it usually is when it comes to Lorde, they are experienced by her. It's her story. It's her experiences. She's been through some stuff. Boy, let me tell you. And of course, all of us have been going through some stuff, but I had no really insight into Lorde's private life. I usually just listen to music when it comes to artists. I'm not that interested in their private life, but she is very transparent on this one. It's an emotional roller coaster for sure. But what an album. I really love this one. A minimal, nice electronic production on this. Just lovely, lovely stuff. And Lorde, I mean, I really liked what she did with her first album. I heard this one back, must be in 2013. It was my girlfriend, actually, who was listening to Lorde at the time. And I heard a couple of songs that she was playing. And I was like, what is this? This is really good. Oh, she said it's this new artist. And I think we called her Lordi at first. We're from Sweden, right? But yeah, it's Lorde, pure heroin. Yeah, so we went to London that same, I remember it was the summer, and down in the tube, or the underground, as some of you may say, they plastered the walls with posters advertising this. It looked exactly like this, Lorde, pure heroin, and it had a date, I think, underneath, that's it. And it reminded me, I was like, oh, it's that great album, but it's such an impactful cover, this one. The whole design of it is just so stunning, so minimal, and so was the arrangements as well on this. And that is actually what she goes back to on this one. And of course there are hints from her other albums like Melodrama as well, and some perhaps Solar Power tracks as well. But yeah, it's in a league of its own, I have to say. From this one and the debut album Pure Heroin are my absolute favorite. This is stunning stuff. And if you're interested in what this one looks like, because it's after all a vinyl copy, it does come on something called bath water vinyl. Looks like this. Also comes on red and blue, depends on where you buy it. I bought this one from Amazon just the other day, and it sounds really good. More importantly, it sounds good. It looks good and it sounds good. It was very quiet pressing. It's a German pressing actually, and yeah, just stunning quality, right? Nice dynamics and all of that. And the packaging for this one is also very nice. As usual, we get all the lyrics, because when it comes to Lorde, I think the lyrics are crucial. So if you don't hear exactly what she sings, you can bring out this one, which is a very condensed lyric sheet, really. But it's got a really nice font size on this one. So even an old man like me with glasses can actually read and follow along with the lyrics. And it also came with kind of a booklet with photos in it. And it looks like this. I'm holding it up, but you will see a big blur here, because I can't really show you this photo here. It's very explicit. But it's also, I think, not only to be explicit, it's for her to show the transparency that she shows on this album, and also the vulnerability and all of that, I would say. But it's otherwise, we can turn it around. I think I don't need to blur this. She already censored herself in those parts. But yeah, it's a nice booklet with some nice photos in it, some more explicit ones. And then we have Lorde herself there, with the top view, walking the street and in something like, looks like a bathroom. And a really nice close-up of her. But most importantly, over here, this is a Poly6 synthesizer. The Korg Poly6 synthesizer. What a great piece of synthesizer this one is. It could produce really gritty sounds along with very warm sounds as well. And I believe I could hear it throughout most of the tracks, if not all of them on this album. It really creates that foundation that Virgin stands on. This great album by Lorde, and yeah, you can really get that sense with the gritty sounds when she destroys the old in some of the songs, and then she builds up something new, and you get these warm sounds as well. And I believe most of that is actually to credit the Poly6, and that's why it's got its own picture in this really nice booklet that we got with this one. Now, I highly recommend you go and listen to this one. It's such a great album, and it really deserves a place back here with the rest of the best of 2025. But now over to my point of new releases as well, or upcoming releases in 2025. Things that I'm really excited for, I'm really looking forward to. And first out is Madonna later on in this month, actually. I think it's the 26th of July. Veronica Electronica. That was a name she gave herself during the recordings of Ray of Light, that album she released. Was that in 98 or 99? I think it was 98, right? Of course, produced by William Orbit. Lovely album, probably one of her most popular albums post 80s era. And during that era, during the release of Ray of Light, she spoke to some outlets about this idea of releasing some unreleased material from the Ray of Light sessions or unreleased mixes, and that will go under the moniker of Veronica Electronica. So anyhow, all of a sudden, a couple of weeks ago, it was announced that, this was going to be released. Finally, we're going to get a Veronica Electronica album in our hands. But then when we went to the pre-order page on her web store, or if you went anywhere else, it said, well, these are mixes already released back in the day, you know, for Frozen or Ray of Light, or yeah, just think of any title from that era. The 12-inch mixes, basically, or some rarer mixes that turned up on DJ promos and so forth and so on. But they are now truncated, they are shortened, they are edited, so we won't get the full versions. And in some cases it's okay, I think, because some of these mixes were a bit repetitive. I still have them on CD singles and some of them on 12-inch singles as well, but some of them you really need the full length of them, because that was the intention of them. They built that way, right? So when you came 6 minutes into it, you had a breakdown perhaps, and then it started to build in a very unique way again. So I'm not really fond of that kind of editing. She's done this once before, and I picked these from my collection with American Life as well. I was pretty impressed by this one, because I don't have many of these mixes before, so I can't really say what they really sounded in their full-length versions. But this is an example of what we can expect from Veronica Electronica. Edited versions of already released mixes. So yeah, or shortened versions. And she did more or less the same with this one. If you bought Finally Enough Love remixed, it's also edit all the way. But once again, I didn't have all these original mixes, and I think it's a good way to collect them all, even if they are in a new edited form. Yeah, so you know what I mean. So that is what we're going to get, but we do get 2 new-ish tracks. And when I say new-ish, it's because the first one that's already out on streaming is the mix of Skin, the mix of the track Skin, that is. And I think it's a good one, but it's never been officially released. It's been circulating around in certain forums and things like that throughout the years. But yeah, so now officially it's going to be released, so that's a unique track at least on it. And then there is a second one called Gone, Gone, Gone. That's the title of it, and that's actually a demo, something that Madonna did before the Ray of Light session started. So I'm not really sure it was intended for the Ray of Light album. William Orbit wasn't even included at this point in time, so it's a really early demo if you're considering being part of that album. But at least we got it officially released now, because that's another track that's been circulating throughout the years. So yeah, that was one. But of course, me being a Madonna fan, I had to pre-order it, not because of all the mixes, but some of them that I don't have. At least I get them in edited versions now. So I'm looking forward to it. A vinyl only release, by the way, so you can't get this on CD. There's been no announcement about any CDs. And I think the same went for this one, American Life, when that was released, because I think this was on top of it, Record Store Day as well. Yeah, so there's never been any CD releases really from these kinds of things. And but another thing when it comes to Madonna, by the way, that I'm really looking forward to, and I really hope is going to be released, is something that she teased on her Instagram back in February or March, I think it was. So she announced that from the Bedtime Story album from 1994, she was going to release some unreleased gems or whatever. I don't have a statement in front of me here, but it was something in that vein, you know, lost tracks or something like. So you could expect another EP filled with really great gems. And she really promised not outtakes, but exclusive tracks for that one from Bedtime Stories. But I don't think that post is out there anymore. She deleted it after a while, and something happened. I don't know what happened. Some are speculating that they might release this Veronica Electronica first to just test the market, see if it sells. My response to that is, well, duh, it's gonna sell. It's Madonna. She's still one of the biggest stars ever conceived on this planet, right, when it comes to pop music. So everything that she's going to release is going to sell, I'm sure. So I don't think it's because of testing markets. Could be down to something else, or she just was so very excited about this, so she just posted it, and then the record company said, well, wait for it, it's not until December, right, or whatever. I'm just hoping it's going to be released very soon. So yeah, that's it. A couple other noteworthy releases. We have Saint Etienne is releasing a new album, and I think that is in August, and it's called International. It's their 13th and final album, actually. They've been going now for 35 years, I read in the press release, and I can't believe it. Has it really been 35 years since Fox Space Alpha came out? No, it's actually just 34, because if I'm not mistaken, it came out in 1991, but who's counting? Perhaps they're counting their first singles or something like that. But 35 years, I can't believe it. Feels like yesterday I was listening to Saint Etienne's first album. But yeah, so I'm really looking forward to that one. They have a lot of interesting both producers and co-writers on that album, including Vince Clarke, and we have Ellen Arkin as well, doing some producing and co-writing as well, I think, and Tom from the Chemical Brothers is involved on some tracks, and the list goes on and on and on. So it sounds like a really promising album. Go out with a bang. Saint Etienne's International. And then in September, the one release that I'm so stoked for, I'm bursting at the seams, basically. This is Sophie Ellis-Bextor's new album, her 8th album. It's called Perimenopop. And the title, well, it should be self-explanatory. It's a bit of a fun title, really, fun wordplay. So, but if you don't really get it, because I've seen in forums on different social medias where people are like, well, what is this title? I can't even pronounce it. Well, it's Perimenopop. So I think it says something in the press release about this one, that Sophie is at an age where she feels very comfortable and very confident in things, and yeah, all of that. So yeah, perimenopause. It's the phase leading up to menopause with women, and that could happen at, I was about to say at any age, but it doesn't happen at the same age for every woman out there. So yeah, that is the wordplay of it, perimenopop, and I think it's brilliant. And she already released 4 singles actually from this one. So we got Vertigo, Taste, and The Night. Oh, I can't remember. I will put them down here. My mind went blank. They are all great singles, and if the rest of the tracks on that forthcoming album is just half as good as these 4 singles, it would be a mind-blowing thing, I promise you. If you're a fan of pop disco kind of thing, this is something to look forward to for sure. I have all the Sophie Ellis-Bextor's albums up to date, and I never been disappointed by a single one of them. They all been brilliant in their own right. And this one, back to what she does best, the pop disco. It's just bliss, really. And on top of that, in September, on the 8th of September, so just a couple of days before this one is released, the new album is released on the 12th, I think. I'm going to see her live at an album release party or an album release event or whatever they call it at Coco in London. I already secured tickets for that one, so I'm really stoked. So I'm probably going to walk on clouds throughout September, really. It's going to be the month of Sophie Ellis-Bextor for me. I was actually supposed to see her last summer, but that show was cancelled here in Reading, so I was bitterly disappointed, but this makes up for everything that disappointed me back in last year. yeah, wow. So that was it. That's what I'm looking forward to later on in this year. And for the first half of this year, we got a handful of albums here, but there's even more that I don't even have on display here. There's been so much good music. So yes, the music is still good. It's even better now in 2025, in my humble opinion.
You know you gotta taste your taste.
And we have even more to look forward to. Do you feel the same? Have you something special that you're looking forward to that I didn't mention here? Please put it down in the comments. Or are you bitterly disappointed in the output of music in 2025? I want to hear about that as well. But yeah, that's basically it for this first episode of Crescendo Friday, or for Friday Crescendo. I haven't really made up my mind there yet. We'll have Danny from Fame lead us out of this one, just like he led us into it. But first, I want to say a huge thank you to all of you who are watching my videos, and especially my subscribers. You are near and dear to me. I love you all. And you know what? If you really like what I'm doing here on my channel, why not consider subscribing if you haven't already done so? Or why not use the thumbs up button? Or why not the thumbs down if you don't like it? Feel free. I'm just after your honest opinion here, really. But yeah, that was it for me. A bit of a shameless plug there as well. I will be back soon, certainly next Friday, with another installment of this Crescendo Friday, or whatever I'm going to call it. And in between that, another video that I'm already finished editing, but I won't tell you what it is. But, you know, if you subscribe, you will know sooner than later. Shameless plug. Until next time, you all take care of yourself, and as usual, a very heartfelt adieu.
Movie rolls on, there ain't no more love scenes, the romance is gone. But it's a one-man show, it's moving real slow, but it's picking up speed as I'm turning the key. Coming up, coming up, coming up.